So you might have noticed in previous sections and segments I was using or alluding to this idea about inversions. So I thought that I would take a moment to dig deeper into inversions, how useful they are, and how really necessary they are to play in this style. Now, inversion is a little bit of a funny word, because if we think of a coffee cup and you invert your coffee cup, basically you pour the coffee out, you turn it over, right? Well, when we're inverting chords, we're not exactly turning them over or turning them upside down, although you could possibly do that. But really what we're doing is we're exposing a note other than the root as the lowest note. So if I take C7, for instance, on the middle set, we've got a C7 with the C in the bass. Then we move all of the notes in this chord, the root, the fifth, the flat 7, and the third, up to the next highest note on the same string. So then we get this C7, only the spelling is 3, flat 7, 1, and 5. Because we moved all the notes up to the next highest note in the chord. Then we do it again. 3 becomes 5, 7 becomes 1, 1 becomes 3, and 5 becomes flat 7, and we get this guy here, which, by the way, I will often play this way, so I have a finger left over for extra notes. That's a double stop on the tip of one of my fingers. It's a little hard to do, but if you give it a shot, you'll be able to do it in no time. And then the last voicing in that set is flat 7, 3, 5, 1. And if I play them all in order, you can see I've expressed C7 along the length of the fingerboard, and I get a melody in the bass. And I can go up to the C again. So that's really handy, because if I've got a bar or 2 bars of C7, I might want to play. Or I might want to say. Okay. So sometimes when I'm playing a 2-5-1, for instance, I might want to play an inversion of the D minor chord, and then a G7 followed by an inversion of G7. And it makes a nice little movement package. So as a little teaser for the next segment, I'm going to show you there's a D minor, there's D minor with F in the bass, then G7, and then G7 with B in the bass. Whoops, I wanted to go, there you go, and then a C, which is my landing point. Okay, more on inversions in the next segment.